Hi, everybody. Welcome to Intuitive Tuesday here at METAVarsity. My name is Liezel. I'm a metaphysics facilitator here, and I'm also a student of a metaphysics practitioner course at the moment. And today, I just wanted to share with you an intuitive message that has been coming through over these last couple of days during meditations. It's the same kind of themes that are coming up, and they've been very helpful for me. So maybe you can get something out of it as well. As you know, the world is going through a lot of changes and energetic shifts at the moment, and things may seem chaotic and all over the place, but we must always keep in mind that our perspective is very limited here, and it's part of a much bigger plan that we don't always have knowledge of. But as all these things are going on, and all the negative news and everything that we're bombarded with, there has been some positive news as well. I'm sure you heard of in Italy the fishes that return to the canals and the dolphins, and there's less pollution and all these things. So it appears like the earth is healing while we're all in lockdown. And so we have to ask ourselves as well, what does all of this mean for us? We know that everything that we go through, everything that we experience, is lessons that we learn and experiences that we need to have. And it's interesting to keep in mind that what is going on now isn't something that is a regular occurrence. We chose to be incarnated on earth at this moment and to go through this lockdown and everything that goes with that. So we need to ask ourselves why? What does this mean for us in our personal growth and development? And this is what is coming up, the intuitive messages I've been receiving. So, what I would like you to do is just think of a second of where you are right now. How are you feeling? Are you scared? Are you anxious? Are you angry? What emotions are you experiencing at this moment? Because we know our emotions is very important. It's like a compass of what is going on in our subconscious minds as well. And usually in day to day life, we're so busy with work and social engagements and all these things that we need to do that we often don't have time to really go deep inside and really look at what is going on and how I'm feeling about things and all that kind of stuff. So being in lockdown, it creates an amazing opportunity to actually really do that. So not only looking at how you are feeling, but also take a look around you at who you are in lockdown with at the moment. Maybe it's family, maybe it's friends, whatever your situation are. You're exactly where you are supposed to be at this moment. And I'm sure that, especially with family and all that, this might be a lot of conflict that is coming up. You might be spending more time with your family now than you've ever maybe had before. It's 24/7 locked up together, and there might be some conflict arising. You might be experiencing more triggers than usual. And I was also reminded uh, this morning during meditation that this is very important because the family and the people you're close to and who you're locked up with, these are people that you have soul contracts with. So if you are experiencing conflict with them, or there are issues that's arising, then you also have to look at what is going on there. What is the situation trying to teach you? What is this conflict trying to teach you about aspects of yourself? Because we know others are just manifestations of aspects of ourselves that we're dealing with. So, what is the trigger points? What are the things that are upsetting you? Things that you might have been avoiding? What are the issues that are coming up? Because that's also very important to look at, to try to figure out what is going on inside you. And not only what the things that are coming up, but how you are responding to them and looking at those patterns in your life that you might not always want to look at. And this is not a very pleasant experience, as we all know, that do a lot of self-awareness and self-development and that kind of thing. But we also know that it's very needed to do that. And so you have to look at all these things that are going on in your response to them, and what it can teach you, because this is an opportunity. I mean, where else in your life are you gonna get a chance to really be in this close quarters for so long of a period, locked down with someone to really work on these issues? And another thing that was coming up during this meditation is also compassion during this time. We know alcohol and drugs and all that stuff is very hard to come by now. And there's a lot of people that are addicted to these substances as their coping mechanism. And I mean, one can argue there's this quote going around, and I can't remember who said it now, but basically comes down to, people aren't addicted to drugs or alcohol, they're addicted to escaping reality. And so when that option, their coping mechanisms, are taken away from them, they're now forced to face reality, which can be very challenging at this time because there's also trauma and stuff that comes up there. And maybe you are currently locked up with someone who is going through this, and I'm sure it's very challenging and very hard. So during this time of utter seemingly chaos, we have to look at others with compassion and to try to understand what they are going through at this moment. And if you are struggling with that as well, and then you can also go and look at some of your belief systems that are in place. I mean, our belief systems are also always very important to look at, and we might have some belief systems that we're not even aware of. And this is also a time to really get to know ourselves and to see what are some of those things that are leading to perceptions that we have, or judgments that we make about others. So lockdown, can be very tough for people, can be very, very traumatic. And we have to understand that not everybody copes with certain situations the same way. I mean, it all depends on their past and things they've been through. So once again, it's just that understanding and compassion that we need to cultivate and really have for one another. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. This is the messages I've been receiving this last couple of days. It's just to use this time to really look inward. It's a very unique situation that we are in, and it's unique problems and issues that's arising, and we can use that to our advantage to really work on ourselves, work on our self-development, raising our consciousness, and really think about what is important to us. Like I said before, you're in family situations where it's now time to maybe put in place some boundaries, to stand up for yourself. Or maybe it's a time where you need to discover, like, what is it that I really want to do with my life? And all these things, and the karmic patterns and everything. So it might be a lot, and don't go at everything at once. Go bit by bit and deal with what you can. So yeah, I just want to share that with you. You can use it, you can lose it, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to share that. So yeah, I hope to see you next Tuesday. Every Tuesday here at METAVarsity, we are going to post intuitive messages, live readings, all different kinds of things. So come and check in every Tuesday and see what we have in store for you. Please stay safe and keep your loved ones safe, and go well. Thank you.